Hey everyone, this is Michael with Evisio, and wanted to share my latest GPT. So let's jump right in. So this GPT is a little special to me because it's influenced by some content that we have available on Evisio.co. So what this GPT is essentially is our knowledge center. Um, is a big influence. We basically fed AI our entire knowledge center. So a little bit of background behind that. I used code interpreter to basically download all of our files, consolidate it into one mega file, then feed that into our prompt, and then allow our prompt to basically call our entire database or entire document of basically how to fix certain SEO items. We took it a step further by not only feeding it that information, but trying our best to explain some technical SEO items to essentially someone who doesn't really know SEO that much, like they're the non-experts. So anytime you'll do an SEO audit, you'll get a list of recommendations. A lot of these recommendations are going to seem like a different language or even rocket science. So what this GPT does is take those. It basically takes those recommendations, those SEO checkpoints, and it basically breaks them down for you and gives you live examples of how to actually fix that for your CMS specifically. So we could run through a quick example, but if you have an SEO auditing tool you're using now, and there's something in that audit that you're just not familiar with, go ahead and pop it into the messaging here, and you'll basically get some nice results. So we'll test it here. So I have some prompts already set up. So this one here, let's start off with this one because it's a little bit more. It seems complicated, but it really isn't. So it says my SEO audit report. It says I'm missing a canonical tag essentially. So we're going to click this prompt. GPT is going to obviously use its data set. In addition, it's going to use the data set that we fed it, which is basically our entire knowledge center. So we're just going to wait for the system to deliver the results. And so essentially what it's going to do is give you a short description of what the canonical tag issue is, what it means, just kind of a quick breakdown, why it's important. It's going to even give you like an analogy of, what it is and how it's applicable in like real life. In addition, it's going to give you, and I would encourage you to read this analogy. It looks like it's making an analogy about a book and how canonicals are basically like the pages, and you want to tell the librarian which page you want a user to read. So this explains it pretty well. Take a look at that. It's also going to provide a priority in terms of how important this is. And I would agree with the result here. It's high priority. So it's something that's really going to benefit your website. Common fix. So it kind of tells you it gives you a code snippet of how to actually fix that. But then it's going to take it a step further. So it's asking what content management system I'm using. So let's just say WordPress. Spell that right? Yeah. And so what the tool is going to do is essentially find documentation of how to fix this issue on a WordPress website. Now you could, obviously there's different content management systems. So the tool will work essentially for just about any content management system. But if you have issues, please report that and we could look into it. So essentially what it's saying is, WordPress, on a WordPress site, install this plugin, obviously do your own homework on reviews, and obviously security in terms of plugins that you install on your site. That's always a caveat across the board, but it's essentially going to give you a breakdown of how to actually fix this on your WordPress website. And just recommend some additional steps to do that. And at the bottom, of course, it says if you want a scan of your website using our tool, then you could go ahead and go to evisio.co to get a scan. And if there's anything in that report that you don't understand, feel free to just pop it in here, and AI will essentially crawl or use our knowledge center and to find the information regarding that specific checkpoint. And it's easier essentially because otherwise you would have to go here, click on the article. We do have some examples, but it's, text. It's really kind of heavy to read sometimes, but it doesn't have like that analogy in there to explain, what these SEO issues are to the, basic novice. So it's just a different way of interpreting the data. I would love your feedback in the comments. Please let me know how this could be improved and what you think about it. Thanks.